Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to the BlkPrint. It's been a minute. J5 in the building, Josh Pease, all over the world.
Man. Yo, it has been a minute because someone hit me up like, yo, what's going on with the BlkPrint? And I was like, what do you mean? So yeah, I feel like in between our last episode, we've had a couple, like we had Throwblacks and then conversating. Was it two of those or one?
Well, I'll talk about what we didn't do conversating last week on the show today because I had a crazy week last week, but like somebody hit me up too, like, yo, did y'all quit? And I was like, no, we didn't quit. Like, nah, it's just Josh was gone and I was sick. I was indisposed all last week. So we couldn't even, we were planning on doing a bonus episode of conversating, but I couldn't even do it. Of course, MC in the building was good. MC.
Not much. We've been trying to hold down the bonuses to make sure that nobody gets a chance to ask the question of where are we. But it has been a minute since the last main episode, so I get it. Thank y'all for even asking that, first and foremost, for being that tapped into the show.
Yeah, bro. Bronny got drafted. Niggas getting shot or attempted to get killed. All this shit has been going down.
Yeah.
Everything's like, bro, we done missed a lot of shit. But last week, I got story time real quick because we got a lot to catch up on, and we're gonna talk about Josh's overseas trip, of course. But last week we were supposed to do overly conversating, obviously me and Mark's show, where it's kind of like a lead into these episodes, of course. And so everyone knows that I've been talking about a pair of sneakers for the past year. That have I been talking about on Patreon or have I been talking about on public? Have I been talking about on both?
I feel like it's both.
It's probably both.
I've been spoiled. I bought these sneakers literally last year, and our good friend Brian has not. He's been like, yo, I can't get them to you yet. I've been waiting for like 40 weeks at least for these sneakers to get them right. I finally get these sneakers. I go out to go pick them up last week, and I've been having like a craving for fucking cinnamon rolls, bro. And I don't know if you guys get like cravings where you just gotta have something and you just have them for like weeks and you just keep eating and then you stop fucking with them after that. That's usually how I do things. So there's like a Cinnaholic out in Echo Park that was like super close to where I was at. So I drove after I got the sneakers. I got Cinnaholic. I got 3 cinnamon rolls. That's how fucking that's how much of a fat ass that I am. I bought 3 of them bitches, right? I ate one after I got home because I was like, bro, mission accomplished. I got my sneakers finally. Let's get it. I ate one. Then I left them out. And then my wife put them in she put them in like the cake plate and she covered them or whatever. Next morning I heated one up, ate the whole motherfucking thing, every single bit of that cinnamon roll. I ate it. I recorded a podcast, and out of nowhere, bro, I'm like vomiting. Like it literally took like an hour. Like after I recorded, ate that fucking cinnamon roll, I had food poisoning. Like literally, it just took an hour, and I was literally praying to the toilet for 24 hours.
Oh,
like
man.
Not moving at all. So like from Tuesday to like Wednesday, like evening, I was just strictly crackers, Gatorade, and water and ginger ale. That's it. That's all I ate.
You had a sore throat, right? You mentioned that.
I did not say sore. I didn't have a sore throat.
You said your throat hurt. You said your throat hurt.
I did not say my throat hurt.
You said something about your throat. What you said?
Hold on. Let's. You know what? Throat.
Niggas can't get sick no more.
No, because let's get to really what it is. I'm gonna go back to that day, right? Because I'm back on that day, on Discord when I said that. Where did I say it at? Because Josh says. He says,
so was in pain?
I didn't say that. I didn't say any of that shit. Hold on. I'm going to go back to what I said. Holy fucking shit. I said, what did I say? No, I did not say that. I said, okay, July 9th, 6:28 p.m. Nigga, I done had food poisoning all day. But we were talking about Love Island. We're going to talk about Love Island later on the show. I said, I got it from a cinnamon roll. I said, I never want to smell cinnamon again. Hours pass, by the way. Hours pass. Josh, even you tagged me in something about Love Island in between that, right? Hours pass. I don't say anything for hours. I don't say anything. Ty says, get well soon. I said, I'm feeling a little better today. Still sore. And then you said, your ass and your throat sore. I
said it was something, yeah. Why are you sore?
Because when you like when you throw up, like literally, no lie. Also, pause. I threw up at least 16 times on Tuesday, like at least. So when you throw up, your stomach seizes up. Like I felt like I had did like 1,100 crunches over the course of that Tuesday, and I was sore. I don't know where you got ass and throat from, dog. Like what?
Food poisoning? They say you sore. It's like what's sore? I was just curious.
I can't, bro. I can't. How, bro? I never even said that. And then I said, you thinking about another man's booty?
Not thinking about it, but just asking for curious.
Bro, I was fucked up. I never want to eat a cinnamon roll ever again. I was gonna be like, yo, what's the best cinnamon roll in LA? I don't care anymore. I don't even care to find out anymore. I don't even want to know. I'm never eating one again. And that's why we didn't get that extra episode last week. So apologies on that. I was super fucked up. My apologies to Mark, because I think you pretty much gathered that it wasn't going to happen last week either.
Yeah, I don't know what day it was specifically that I found out. I was like, weren't we supposed to do another bonus? Because we held things down with the Great American Dash, and then we was like, okay, overly conversating, we'll be able to drop a second one. Then we come back next week, new BlkPrint, we'll be able to hold things down for the summer. And I was like, okay, I guess we only got one episode for the week, but that's still good too.
Nah, it was crazy. But shout out to Mark, Great American Dash. What a fucking that shit. Bravo.
Thanks, pals. That was sitting in my camera roll for 6 months, and originally was supposed to drop it 6 months ago.
Yeah, overdue, but glad people know the journey.
Exactly. Yeah. There's still the other chapter. Who knows when that chapter ends up getting shared? But this comes with the
what chapter? Cafe Lou?
No, there's no Cafe Lou chapter. Cafe Lou is done. Cafe Lou is over. TikTok blew it up. Talked about the food. Talked about what goes on in there. The lore is done. The aura is over. There's new ventures.
Yeah,
I'm curious. Give us a preview of chapter 2.
A preview of chapter 2. Chapter 2. If there were to be a proverbial chapter 2,
is it about your girlfriend?
It would be from December. It would be from December until like February. December until like February. So yeah, it would evolve her.
It's about your girlfriend.
Oh my gosh!
Why are you making that noise with it? Like it's what is that? What is the change in voice there?
It's funny. You're going to be a YouTuber. Couples YouTube.
I highly doubt. I y'all know more than me. I would assume. I highly doubt that would ever be a lane there.
Okay, but the chapter 2 about to be so crazy because it's gonna have like some Brian McKnight start back at 1 in the instrumental.
Have we told the story on how Josh lined up chapter 2?
No, we haven't. No, we haven't.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
We'll tell. We could tell that story one day. I want to see the actual.
Cupid, man.
Your Cupid boat?
Yeah, Josh Pease.
Oh my God! Speaking of Josh Pease, Josh, you were all over Europe. You were on your Mandem shit for the past couple of weeks. How was your trip, bro?
It was cool. It's funny. Everybody keeps telling me I was all over Europe. I just went to London. Someone was like, "You wasn't in Paris?" I was like, "Nah." I just went to London for a wireless festival. Take some meetings out there, meet some people. Good trip. That's my second time in London this year, and I enjoy it. I really like the vibe out there. I like the scene. Ended up catching the Travis Scott show in London. It was at Tottenham Stadium. Mm-hmm. It's like a soccer stadium out there. I'm probably butchering. Tottenham. Yeah, bro. Travis Scott in a soccer stadium. 10 out of 10. That shit was crazy. Kids were literally chanting. I seen someone in the crowd. So it was 13,000 kids on the floor. That's just on the floor alone. Not let alone fucking the seats. And just the mosh pits and all that shit was just ridiculous. But at one point he did fiend like 7 times. At one point I saw someone light a smoke bomb in the crowd. And it was just like yellow and green smoke coming out of this area of the fucking mosh. So this is crazy, man. Like shout out to the London fans, the Mandem. Central C came out, killed it. Band by Band is the biggest song by far in London. That shit might be the biggest song that London's ever seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting, man. Like just to see the crowd react to like a hometown hero.
Yeah.
Baby was in town. He popped out. Saw Eliante. So what's up to him?
Wow. I know. Hey, you said take my number. I'm gonna be calling you soon.
Future was there too, which is random. But I didn't realize Future was there until like I saw like footage the next day on like a TikTok or something.
Yeah,
he was like standing like right in my little area.
What's your comparison to U.S. audiences? And you've been to a bunch of U.S. shows this year. I think you actually been to a festival this year too in the United States. What's your take on U.S. crowds versus overseas crowds? Because like we're starting to see that they're really like they go in, like they go crazy for us over there.
It's just more energy. I think they only see us every so often, so when they do, they just let it all out. And Wireless is one of those festivals where it's mostly American artists, mostly hip hop, a little R&B, a little African music. Remo performed and Asake, but they were just happy to have American artists there. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen like the viral clip of like 21 Savage and him performing Red Rum. Start day and night difference from when he was in Poland the night before.
Right.
He killed it. So yeah, shout out to the fans out in London. Shout out to hip hop being the greatest American export. I loved it, man. I love seeing just like the crowd's reaction, just like their appreciation more than anything for the music, the artists, and just for the celebrity of it all. Because there's a Jamaican artist. I don't know if you're familiar, Mark. Vanessa Bling. You heard her?
Oh yeah, Vanessa Bling, Gaza Slim. So you used to Cartel way before he went to jail, essentially.
Yeah, so she performed, and shit was crazy. And then at one point, she just was like walking through the crowd. I don't know why. These fans were like trampling people to get to her, screaming, crying. I'm like, I didn't know who it was at first. I'm like, who is that? And she was like kind of further ahead. So then like once I saw her, I'm like, oh, like Vanessa Bling, and like fans just went wild. And like you can kind of see it. She posted like a video on her Instagram page, but yeah, just seeing their admiration for someone who, in the US, Vanessa Bling could walk down the street and no one would bat out. Yeah, straight up. They'd be like, who's this Nicki Minaj looking like? Like it was like
did she have a real bright red hairstyle?
She did the blonde, I believe, at Wireless. Blonde wig.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just good to see people who like still care. And yeah, I enjoyed it, man. Other than that, just taking meetings and shit, eating Nando's, eating fucking some good food and some terrible food, but never beans in the morning. I just found out that when they serve the beans in the morning, they're cold.
What?
Yeah, I just found that out. Yeah.
But bro,
so it's cold beans on toast?
Bro, it's with sausages. It's with a sausage, bro. Like
sausage ain't good. I had the little English sausage. It's not good. I'm not fucking with it.
Yeah, they don't be fucking with like pancakes and bacon. That's not what they do out there, bro. Like it's some cold ass beans. I remember that when Central C posted a picture on his Instagram stories of his breakfast, and niggas was going in on him about it. But I'm like, bro, to him that's like luxury. Like that's like rich shit.
It's funny, man. I actually newfound appreciation for Central C, man. I think he just, I hate to call it adversity, but just to see his story and just like his come up, super fucking dope. One day we're gonna see the Central C doc.
He's playing the blogs right now.
You said what?
He's playing the blogs right now. He's playing it well, like marketing wise. Like this Ice Spice shit he's got going on. Like you can't escape TikTok without seeing his girlfriend talk about this fucking story right now. Like I almost feel like she's in on it. Like I feel like everybody's in on it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I saw someone else jump out like, hey, I didn't get paid for a video. It's like that nigga's. I always had an admiration for celebrity UK culture. Mm-hmm. Like if you look at like Princess Diana and Beckham and Wayne Rooney and just the way they kind of obsess over their celebrities and the way they handle them and the paparazzi, there's something special about that. Like it's different. It's a new level of obsession fanatic.
Yeah.
And they take it there. So yeah, that shit was the biggest story I was out there. The whole girlfriend thing. And
yes.
Ice Spice record is actually fire. I like it. So
he killed it. He went crazy. The visuals on the music video are dope. I think again, like he's playing toward like a lot of what he does and he's been known to post like the Beg for Mercy cover and shit like that. Like a lot of his aura is that era. Like he really likes to bring it back to that, and I think he's a real big fan of that era of hip hop. That might have been probably a big era in UK, you know, as well for hip hop. And again, like I was all in on Central C last year. I'm glad to see that he didn't slow down. Like I was a little worried for a minute, but after Band to Band and after this Ice Spice record, I think he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be all right.
Yeah, shout out to Ice Spice too, man. I forgot to add her wireless performance, amazing. Like you know, she kind of got the knock early on of just being a lazy performer and not really having her heart in it, and you know, just all the tropes that people say about new hip hop artists.
She's a fucking Rolling Loud. You got to try for that, really.
But I mean, she has improved tenfold. Like straight, no backing track, straight live vocals. You can hear every word. You can see the charisma. You can see the stage presence. You can see the dancers. Riot is great. No hype man besides Riot, who's behind the turntable decks, and it's dope, man. It's good to see like someone, an artist, a new artist, particularly that cares and is really going there with it. I was so impressed. Real hip hop, like I can't. The last time I saw artists using the real vocals was a long time ago.
Right.
I mean, just to see, you know, like never want to knock my goat, but Ice Spice performance, and then you see Future come on after, and it's all he was lip syncing at one point. It was really it sounds funny. At one point, Future was just holding the mic to his mouth and just moving his mouth, not saying anything. It was hilarious.
What record was it?
I don't even remember. But I get it. Like, Future is older and just like he's not about to be rapping and remembering all them words. Like, but yeah, man.
Ain't many words to remember, bro.
It was just interesting, man. I was just like, damn, like this nigga is literally lip syncing. Like, cause the mic was on, so some parts you hear him, he's like, you can hear him saying little shit. Yeah. But at one point, he was just moving his lips. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
But no, I think again, like Wireless Festival is such a huge like festival, and I think just 1 year ago that was when Dave and Central C was there. I think the split decision had just come out, so this for C to come back and then to have that type of reception and that reaction is crazy. Like I was looking at videos of it all last week, and it looked crazy. That's such an experience though. Like that's fucking amazing that you even was able to go to that shit.
Yeah, no, and it's crazy. Like Central C was the MVP of the week because he came out of Travis' show. He came out during Ice Spice set. He was just around, and shit was just dope to see, man. Shout out to Jay Huss. His first performance since like 2019, and he killed it. He did all right, but it was just good to see him on stage. Like, he's one of the artists I fuck with out there. And yeah, shout out to Dave too. I heard he's working on some music right now. He got some super dope things in the works. So I'm excited for the UK scene, man. Like I really want to see it happen in the US, and I really want to see Central C break through, and I want to see what Dave does on the next project. So
yeah. Those two are like the Trojan horses for sure because they're two different diametrically, like two different sides of what it is. Like Dave is the more, I mean, he still be talking this shit, but he's the more conscious side of it, and then Central C is like the more kind of like Gen Z up to date type version of that, and they're both great together, and I hope they got some new music together too. It's funny that you brought up the Poland shit, because the Poland video was fucking hilarious. And you brought it up a little bit earlier. 21 Savage is performing in Poland, and there's this girl on TikTok. She's singing everything word for word. Everybody's looking back at her like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? But like, it shows you again the difference in like, I guess the attachment rate or the retention of certain artists out there. Like Poland, probably not big 21 Savage fan. Maybe they know a couple songs, not like to that level. London, they fucking love him out there. Obviously, he was a citizen there. But it's so funny. It's so funny to like watch those two different types of things. I didn't even realize they were a day apart.
Yeah, they're about a day apart. I saw the Poland thing, and I was just like, all right. And then literally, he performed the following, or maybe 2 days later. Yeah. And lit the place on fire. Shit's crazy.
What do you think he was like concerned? You think he was just like, man, I'm never like because I remember the tweets. The tweet was like, he's never going back to Poland again.
No, I mean, you gotta think, man. It's like summertime. Europe festival circuit, and yeah, 21 Savage is huge and popular, but it's Poland. Like it's a clear language barrier. Yeah. So if you're not up there hype, jumping up and down, it's gonna be hard for them to feel your energy if you just rapping and they barely understand the words.
Yeah.
So I think that's just what that was. I chalk that up to just a crowd disconnect. But yeah, like I was tripping off of I saw Osama's son, smaller artist. Not sure where he's from actually. Might be Atlanta. But I watched his set, and it's just like it's just pure energy. And like I don't think the kids know a damn thing he's saying, but they jumping up and down, they screaming, they moshing, throwing water bottles. It was actually it's refreshing to see the different spectrums of hip hop and just where it is and like how it connects with that European crowd.
Speaking of how big hip hop is in Europe, somebody that is super huge overseas is Eminem. And he just dropped a new album. We had a Throwblacks episode, one of our most successful Throwblacks, which is not a surprise to me considering who's involved. A lot of people really fuck with that episode. Thank you guys for listening to that. Of course, we talked about the Eminem show in depth. Almost about 2 hours we went in depth on the Eminem show. A couple people reached out to me. I think Mills even said on the A show this week he was a huge fan of this episode. So shout out to everybody who listened. He just put out a new album called Death of Slim Shady. And it's got people talking, I guess. I feel like it's got people talking, but in a good way for him, but not in the ways like he's saying on the album he wants to get canceled or whatever, and like that's the whole thing. But it's almost like a lot of this shit is like, from what I heard of the album, I'm like, we're desensitized to a lot of it. So a lot of it is just us looking at him like, nigga, like whatever, like we don't really give a shit about them no more.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a little bit of that. I will say I listened to the album. It's some of his best rapping in a long time. Then there's some terrible rapping. There's some terrible beats. At some point it's just like give it up. If this is like his last album, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
He's such a legend in the game that you could never hate on him or never feel like he's not performing. Mm-hmm. But we don't need it anymore, Em. You've proven your point. You've done it all. I'm ready to sunset this career.
I'm not mad at one thing I like about him, especially in the twilight of his career, if you will, is that he does reach out to newer artists. Like I'm not mad. I wasn't mad at that Toby song. I'm not gonna lie. Like I thought I was gonna hate it. It was actually it's actually a really good song. JID got a I guess a show stealing performance on the album as well. Everyone is talking about that verse. But I think that a lot of what it is like, and I guess we kind of predicted it too, is that like, where does he kind of go from here? Like, and we predicted that on Throwblacks as well. It's like, he's got a new album coming out and he's just seeming a little old. You know what I'm saying? He just seemed like an old guy that's like, okay, come out and cancel me. And it's just like, it's not about that no more. We don't really do that type of shit no more.
Yeah. I always wonder why people just can't be like rich and boring and old. Like, why they gotta be doing something? Like, when I get rich, like Eminem rich, like, I'm gonna just do nothing.
Well, like, he technically does. Isn't all the stories that he just stays in the house and plays Call of Duty all day? Like,
I doubt that's his lifestyle, but who knows?
Like, I think that's like his whole, like, that's his big thing, is that he lives in a compound, he plays Call of Duty. I mean, that's how he ended up on the game, I think, right? Or he was like a. Or,
is it?
I think he, like, some of his songs ended up on the game or something like that a couple of years ago. But like, again, I'm glad he's back. Huge debut this week. I think he's gonna be number 11th number 1 album. I think that's pretty fucking unprecedented in terms of hip hop. But thank you guys for listening to Throwblacks. Make sure you check that out on our Patreon as well as our free shows. As always. But crazy shit happening. YSL case. This is literally just like happening this week. So the whole 2 weeks since we've been gone, Thug's lawyer. Brian Steele's been trying to get the judge recused, which of course means they're trying to get the judge booted from the case. It finally happened this week, and then since then they've had 2 other judges that have taken on the case. They got this white lady now on the case. Shout out to Thugger Daily for having the moment-to-moment updates. What are we thinking now? Like what's going on in this case? We're like 90 something days in. Do they really expect people to start this shit all over again at this point?
Yeah, I'm weird. I wonder what the process is. Like, do you start over when the new judge is in, or is it like, does it start from where it left off? Like,
I think it's up to judge's discretion. What happens is I think the case actually has to stop while the new judge reads everything that has happened up to this point and decide whether they need a new jury, which more often than not, I think someone said that they will get a new jury, which takes time. and then they will restart from scratch because they can't be swayed by what's happened before, I guess.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that the defense is trying to angle for a mistrial or potentially a way to get Thug out on bond until the case restarts. And I don't know how likely either scenario is, but it just seems like it just would make sense to have that happen while all these people are waiting. They can't, like, he's been in jail for 3 years or from prison for 3 years at this point.
Yeah, no, today marks 700 days since he's been in jail.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just saw someone post about it, and I was like, damn, that's unfortunate.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they figure it out and at least they get him out on bond while the trial, like, starts to undo itself. But, man, it's just wild, dude. Like, I was telling my homie the other day, like when they recused the first judge, the black guy,
yeah,
they brought in a black lady, and everyone was like, "Yeah."
I'm like, wait, no. I was like,
I see people saying goodbye.
She's gonna fry him like some catfish. So then she was recused because she was like, "Yo, one of my deputies had a relationship with one of the YSL guys that's on trial."
How, bro?
Yeah, I mean,
in the club.
Dude, the kid that had the relationship with the deputy, he's a menace. He's like one of the young YSL dudes. He's in the videos, the guns. He was the one that was on the phone, like, you want me to stab Lucci? Like,
yeah,
he's a wild kid. But yeah, we're in our third judge. I'm just hoping for the best for Thug, man. I think now more than ever, the game misses him. They need him. And this would be, a crazy twist to this wild trial.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've seen plea deals. We've seen people get out. We've seen people, I think the Woody testimony, the YSL Woody testimony is really the straw that broke the camel's back on both ends of the case. It's like the defense said, why is he your jury? The prosecution can't control this guy. And now the judge is recused. It's like, do you go back to him as a witness or somebody that's going to testify? He's going to give you the same shit. I just don't see what the purpose is of keeping him there anymore and keeping any of these jurors. Because imagine you're a juror and you're like, oh, so I gotta still be in this fucking room every single day for the rest of my fucking life, seemingly.
Yeah, the Woody shit's interesting, man. I saw him at a park pull like 10 bands out of his pants.
Put the shit to his ear.
Man, they gonna get him, bro. They not getting him now. They gonna get him, bro.
I'm trying to figure out who. Woody might be a star witness for the defense, and people don't even know.
Yeah,
I think he's doing some what they call that shit.
It's performance art, dog. It's performance. Huh?
He's a double agent. That's what it is. Triple cross. That nigga's out of here. I saw some shit where he was at a bowling alley, like, yep, this is where I'm at. Come get me. And it's just like, this is wild.
And the thing is, like, nobody's about to touch him, bro. Like, because he's trying to get touched, essentially. So I don't know what's about to happen. Like, again, like, I don't know what this nigga's trying to do. Definitely, like, hilarious to see him on the stand, but also, like, this is just a farce of fucking the justice system, bro. Like, what are you trying to do here, man? Like, I just want Thug to come home at this point, man. I think that, like you said, the game's been missing him for a very long time. I can't believe that this is, like, the biggest, highest profile hip hop case since 6ix9ine, and it's looking like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, the 6ix9ine case was wild. This is like 10 times wilder.
Yeah, I was just telling someone earlier, like, I can't wait to see Damson play Thug in the biopic.
Imagine with the tattoos and the dreads.
Yeah, the tattoos, the dreads. He gonna sound just like Thug too. London niggas just turn on a new accent.
He gonna say, well, actually, key that.
If Idris Damson hits a key that, I'm gonna be like, all right, guys,
bro,
hold on.
Josh, did you listen to the Wyclef Jean or watch the Wyclef Jean studio session with Thug?
No, I didn't watch it. I saw the clip, but I didn't watch it.
Bro, it's the greatest 13 minutes you ever just listen to him piece the song together, bro. And the thing is, it sounds exactly like that when it came out. Like, I know he's putting Alex through hell. I gotta hit up Alex Toomey to see if he had seen that and like if that was as accurate a representation of what it's like every single day working or every single hour working with him as possible. Yeah. More things in the news here. Supreme, where we at, man? They got sold by VFCO to Luxottica. I didn't even know what the fuck a Luxottica was. Apparently they own sunglasses and shit like Oakley,
Ray-Ban,
and Ray-Ban. What's going on with our brand, man? What's going on?
It's funny, man. I've seen so much commentary, and honestly, when they got sold to VF, I never thought that would be a
Permanent.
great partnership. I think, when you think about Vans, like shit's just sold at Kohl's. Like they don't really know anything about exclusivity, and like even though I know the plan was to scale Supreme up, there's still a big gap between Vans and Supreme.
Right.
So to see them sell it, I'm not surprised. I think they took like a $500 million loss. I don't even think it was a loss because I think the original sale was like for shares and like it was a couple. It wasn't just cash. This deal was cash only. So it might be like a 1-to-1 sale. Like they kind of probably broke even here.
I think all signs point to what you're saying being true. That they just basically wiped away whatever debt they got from the deal and just paid it off. So like the 2 points and the thing with the stuff like that is that the 2.6 billion, it sounds nice, it sounds like amazing and incredible like coming into it, but like there's a lot of financial stuff in between that where it's like it doesn't really it's not really what what it sounds like when they got bought.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not mad at the sale. I hope it doesn't affect the clothing and design. I don't expect it to, honestly. I think, this is just the company changing hands, and more and more as the world starts to get to this more monopolized place, it's not so much about the clothing line or the brand or the designs. It's all about that IP and the stock share, the share price. And I think that's the one thing you got to pay attention to at all these companies. And like, I think that's the bottom line. That's all anyone cares about. Like when you look at what's going on at like Universal, it's like, it's all about the stock price going up. It ain't too much else to discuss. Everything else is extendable,
But do you feel like Supreme is like over? Like I keep seeing that, and I keep thinking like, if that was what you thought, then you probably, I mean, they've been over. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been done for a while. Like I think like for them to be even more over is like what exactly is your definition of over? Like we saw them get bought before, and largely a lot of the stuff that they were doing didn't really change. I don't think the identity of the brand's going to change. I think it's just gonna. Honestly, I think with this they might upscale even more. Like they opened 4 new stores in the last 3.5, 2 years since they got bought.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's over to y'all out there, so I can just get it without no issues and hassles. Supreme makes good clothes.
Yeah,
and as they continue to make good clothes, I'll continue to wear it.
Right.
There was a time when Stussy was in Macy's, and it wasn't over then, so I'm not too much concerned. I also think Supreme is big to us in this world, and but it's still not as big as it could be.
Right.
So I think there's a lot of ground to gain. I think there's a little ways to go before it's corny and over and washed up. So
yeah.
Do you ever worry about the quality of the shirts off these pickups? Like Five's wearing one of the Shot ATs right now. Do you ever worry like the quality of the actual T-shirt or any of the other things that you buy from Supreme are just going to like downgrade, or is that something that's not really worrisome to you?
I mean, the tees. Yeah, I don't think so either. I think the only thing that's really honestly changed about them is the fucking tees. Like this is an older Supreme tee. Like it's a little bit heavier, but I do think that I mean honestly, right, Josh? Like that's the only thing that's really changed is like their tee quality to me.
Yeah, honestly, I don't wear Supreme t-shirts. The last Supreme tee I bought was Young Boy.
Yeah,
the Young Boy photo tee. So I can't comment on it too much. But honestly, Supreme is a clothing line that's built itself on quality and like for a somewhat affordable price. So I don't really see that changing. I don't think they're changing factories and mass producing. Like there's so many weird rumors and shit going around. It's like it's the same brand, it's the same company, the same people working at the store. I don't think too much is changing.
You picked a good week to wear it too. 40 years since Diamond Life. Good job.
Oh wow, come on, man! Look at the historian right here. You know what I mean? I put the Supreme thing on the docket today, and I was like, let me break out some OG. But I mean, of course, we saw Denim Tears comment on it earlier. Said, of course you're gonna say something, buddy.
Our man's.
I ain't got too much to say, man. I think I don't know. I just be hating like, and I shout out to all parties, because he's partly, if it's the downfall, he's partly responsible. Right. But yeah, I didn't like. He had a couple of tweets. I just don't like the
kicking them while they down.
Not even kicking them while they down.
And they're not even down, really.
Do what you got to do, bro. Like, you had a issue with them, and it was public, and that's how you feel. So I'm not even mad at that.
Yeah,
I'm mad at the way he did it. Like, the whole drug dealer analogy. Like, you're not that. You're not that. You're not close to that. Like, let's not. And I've seen people applauding it and being like, "Oh, love how you broke that down." I'm like, no, you not. That's not where you come from. That's not your background.
Was it even accurate?
No.
I don't even care. I read it and like saw the words and shit he was using and didn't even really put much thought into what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
I was just like, bro, it's corny. Like, my nigga, like, that's so corny. And that's indicative of who he is as a designer. I don't know him as a person, so I'm not going to go that far. But from what I see and what we all see, right. And you can refer to the last time we discussed him on this show, how, what we all see. I just think, niggas is corny, man. Like, that was a whack way to comment on it. I whatever, stump on that grave if you feel like it, or whatever you want to call it. But do it in your way. Talk about fucking watermelon pants and
chicken bone tea.
Yeah. Or do it in your pseudo intellectual. Break it down with some slavery shit. Do it like how Kendrick did the third verse. So Not Like Us. Like, do that. That's that's your bag. Like, that's the thing that pissed me off. That's your bag, my nigga. Say something about colonization, slavery. Do that, but don't do this. Don't do this over here, bro. Leave that to us over here.
The tweet in question is, Pax wasn't moving on the streets, so they ran that weight off wholesale and cut their losses. I'm like, Pax wasn't moving. I'm like, did I try to say like Supreme wasn't selling out? I guess I mean that definitely was still happening to like I guess their big pieces for sure were it was still selling out. Like it wasn't the issue with that is that like because my thing is this like the issue with Supreme was that like when stuff started sitting and not selling out, then it was a problem. But when stuff like the bots was taking everything, then that was a problem. So it's like, at what point are they over because they're not successful or because they are, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, like, what do you mean Pax wasn't moving? I feel like Pax was definitely fucking moving. I saw lines out the door.
What do you mean saying that? Like, why would you say that? Like, man, salute, man.
Oh my God.
Like I said, thoughts and prayers of all parties. Shout out to my family of Supreme. Shout out to everybody rocking denim tears because there's a lot of people out there.
I'm not shouting out Asian niggas wearing denim tears. I'm sorry.
I'm shouting out everybody wearing denim tears, man. I see that shit everywhere, so I'm gonna shout it out. I see the sweat shorts, the sweats, the sweater, the jeans, the jean jacket. I see it all, the hats. So shout out to y'all, man. But it's not for me. And using the drug dealer analogy ain't for him.
Yeah. More stuff that happened. EA Sports, man, they back in the game. Apparently, they back in the game. College football 25 is dropped. Listen, I'm not playing it, but I definitely see this. I see the talk surrounding it. I said it a couple days ago. I was like, this has the potential to be EA's biggest game in a very, very long time. It's been over a decade since they've had a college football game. And I think a lot of people's choices for the past 10 years have just been 2K and Madden. Like, those were the only and I guess FC, the FIFA game. But to have another game like that of that sort come out and be successful is kind of crazy. What you've been playing it, Josh? What have you thought about it?
I'm loving it, man. Shout out to EA. This is a franchise that needed to come back, and they brought it back in the best way possible. You got the NIL deal is done, so you got the actual player names in the game. It's an amazing fucking game. It plays amazing. I'm the guy that buys Madden and 2K every year and like barely play it.
Yeah. I'm
like rushing home and trying to get through my day to play this at the end of my night. Like, and I've only had it for 2 days.
Yeah.
Like, Stan, I'm all in. I got my Road to Glory season going. I'm a quarterback at Michigan, number 2. I got this damn running back that is just, he's good as hell. But I'm like, bro, can I get player of the game? I'm throwing 5 I'm still not getting player of the game. Like, my running back is leading the Heisman running. I'm in my books. I'm studying. I'm actually.
Do they let you take tests? Do they let you take tests in the game?
You don't take the test, but you have like energy points that you have to use towards studying.
Okay.
And it shows like the thing is crazy. It's like, are you prepared? Clueless? Like it has a crazy little barometer. But yeah, the game is dope, man. Like I really, this is one of them games I used to play vividly as a kid. Like I remember vividly playing as a kid. I used to play it a lot. Like me and my brother, when my brother lived in the home with my parents, like we had this game and we had our dynasty season and we had our teams and like we would literally play this franchises like 10 seasons, like every day, all day. So the nostalgia of it all is dope, man. Like even just the soundtrack, we were talking about this yesterday. Like I guess I got the early edition, so it's just all band music, but I guess they're adding an actual rap soundtrack. But if they do that, I'm staying with the band music. Like, I just like that feeling. It got me in the mode. Like I'm hearing the Trojan fight song. I'm like, oh, I recognize this. I'm hearing the Florida State fight song. It's just a great game, man, and the good timing of it all. And yeah, like I think this marks a new chapter in sports gaming.
Yeah,
like I think if games aren't up to this par or don't have this level of excitement, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I honestly think people are more excited about this than the 2K. I think that just the reception to 2K announcing it literally, you can pre-order it today. They finding out the cover's AI. They finding out I'm not paying $150 for this. Like, and I follow this. Like Mark knows. Like whenever I even though I don't play them, I'm interested in the business behind it all and how people react to it and how they feel about it and looking at how and again this goes back into like video game marketing, which is something that I was doing as well. And I think that what EA captured is, even if they weren't everyone's favorite because of how they've handled Madden for so long, the fact that they just announced this and like followed through with it and did it has had their positivity ranking has gone up. Like their reception has gone up just because of that. And they've kind of galvanized the fans. They've galvanized people from Gen Z. They've galvanized people from millennials. Everyone that played NCAA back in the day. They're like, I remember when I would play the game for 3 weeks. Because remember, the games used to come out 3 weeks before Madden. So they was actually hitting niggas over the head back in the day. They would make you pay they would make you pay $49 for the NCAA, and 3 weeks later they make you pay $49 for the Madden. And back in the day, you would have to rush through your little college shit so you could convert your character over to Madden. So like I was like asking questions like, can you still do that? And like, is that still a thing? And everyone was like, oh yeah, you can still do that. And I was like, that's fucking dope. Because you don't have that functionality in video games anymore. Like once you buy a video game, it is a platform and it doesn't go anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? And with college football and Madden and all that stuff, like, I mean, realistically, we used to have NCAA college basketball games that let you do shit like that.
I'm hoping they bring back the college because you guys like me. I'm a sports fan. I love football. That's my favorite sport. I don't watch college football because it's just like because the players aren't that good. That's why the scores be so fucking high. It's like you have star players, but then it's like you have a lot of scrubs around them. And it's like, yeah, you watch a game that's 54-65. And you're like, what the fuck? But I love this game. And you hit the nail on the head. Like the way you can export the draft class into Madden. That's something I used to do when I was back in the day. Something I'm going to do now. And I'm going to have an attachment to it because I'm watching. I'm playing against these guys. I'm playing with these guys. So, yeah, I'm just excited about all that. And they just... This is like the first game in a long time where they nailed everything.
Right.
Like just the way the plays in the game, the play calling, like the mechanics, the physicality, like even something as small or not even small. I think this is a big thing, but like this, what is it? Cross gameplay? Like we could play against people on Xbox.
Yeah, crossplay.
Yeah, like even that. Like I got a homie that has an Xbox. I'm like, oh, like we could still play each other. Like things like that. I haven't seen a game in a long time be like, yo, we hit every nail on the head. Yeah. This got me excited about gaming. Like you know me, I only use my fucking PS5 to watch television. So to be turning my shit on and playing a video game is unheard of.
Bro, I'm playing fucking Elden Ring. I'm like, Josh is on. I'm like, oh, it's fucking the college shit is on. I'm like, oh yeah, this nigga's playing college football again. But like again, like that's the there's an excitement around it that I haven't seen about a sports game in a long time. And Mark knows, and of course, you know, Josh, you know as well, like a lot of sports gamers are jaded. They've been jerked around by 2K. They've been jerked around, but you know, to a certain extent by EA and Madden. And so to me, they had to pull this off. They had to make this happen and make it work, because if they didn't, it was going to be crazy. They were going to be looking crazy out here. Like, they had to pull this game off. I'm glad for everyone that loves this that it actually worked out. I think that it's crazy that niggas had to pay that much money for early access to just play it for 4 days early. I do not like that practice at all. I hate that practice.
Yeah, I thought it was a little weird too. I'm like, damn, the regular version ain't out for 3 days, but I was that thirsty. I was like, fuck it.
I was surprised there were people buying a lot of regular versions. Like, I didn't know people still went to GameStop, got the physical pre-order bonuses. What was it, like a jersey, a locker? I was like, wow, people still go up for those. I haven't touched a CD in a good couple of years.
I didn't. If I would have known you could buy the physical early, I would have bought that. I still play the physical. I like the physical more than just downloading. But I will say, this game downloaded fast as shit.
That's that PS5. That's
that PS5. I played the game in a long time. No, is it the PS5? Because I feel like when I had 2K, that even with the disc, it took a little bit longer.
2K has like it's basically taking over your whole hard drive. That's what
it's 200 gigs of the game and then the city, which is like a solid 100 gigs. So you're looking at 200 gigs of a game. That's why you start seeing these complaints and these voices start getting a whole lot louder when 2K says, hey guys, 2K25, September, who's copping? And niggas are like, take this damn city out the game. We're tired of this shit.
Yeah, I'm over all that. I don't need all that. Like, just give me the game. Like, that's the thing. They focused on the game in this football, and that's the thing that was missing or is missing from 2K. And this shit just got me excited about video games again. I'm like, when does GTA drop? Like,
next year.
And it's funny because, like, even leading into this, I just happened to randomly take my PSP to London.
Yeah.
Like, I was playing out on the plane, and like, I don't know, I'm just in that gaming mode right now. Like, it's interesting times for me.
You got to get a PlayStation Portal so you can play college football on the go.
Yeah.
I think I have that.
No, you got the backbone. The Portal is like
the
Portal is a much more sturdier because like it basically uses Wi-Fi. It'll turn your PS5 on from wherever you're at, and if you're connected to Wi-Fi, you can just play. You can play online, all that shit. You can play all of that shit that you play on your PS5. That's like the new era PSP now.
You can turn on your P5 remote?
Yeah.
That was the one thing that worried me. I was like, okay, I'm going to have a PlayStation Portal, but then I'm going to have to like make sure somebody turns on my PS5 like remotely. So I'd have to have somebody run my house.
Because can't you do it from the app anyway?
If they could, that would be, just a regular PS app right now?
Like the phone. I think you can turn it on from your phone app. I've
never tried to do that.
I may get corrected, but I think you can. I think you can do that. But yeah,
I mean, just having that in the Portal in itself is amazing.
Yeah. Shout out to EA. They did it. I don't even know who's on the soundtrack to this. Jelly. I said the other day, Jelly Roll.
Yeah, Jelly Roll.
I heard Cam said Kodak was on it, but all I've been listening to is bands. I heard that one.
Hold on, they got they haven't released the soundtrack yet.
I think it comes out this Friday. But I am really, really excited. You know, I think there's a little bit of irony in saying, yeah, I want to help EA out and give them confidence because obviously EA is a huge, huge corporation. But there's a lot of good things coming in with this college football. I hope this gives them enough confidence to be like, hey, maybe we can explore the lanes of college basketball and try doing something different now that we have the access to give the athletes their own names and their own jerseys. And who knows, maybe if that does well, huge shot in the dark, maybe they start thinking about live again. I would love to be able to have that.
All right. Would y'all play NBA Live? Like, Josh, would you play NBA Live today?
Yes. Well, I would. I don't know about Josh.
Oh, today? I mean, it depends. Like, I think competition is good. So when these companies started buying up the licenses and not letting anyone else use it, it was kind of whack to me.
Yeah.
And, I mean, but at the time, Live was like a dying kind of platform, so it made sense. But I'm not mad if they come with a new Live that's a good competitor. Like,
yeah.
I think the last Live people thought was decent. It was cool.
Live 19, Live 19 was good. If you had a Live that looked like the presentation that they have for college football, I would gladly grab it. Who knows? I would assume that they would go around the $60 price point. I don't think that they would drop it like how 2K did 20 years ago. But when you want to play basketball, the only thing that you have is 2K. So when that pre-order drop, that's it.
Competition is good.
Just pass me the dope, bro.
Because I remember the 2K football games were fire.
$20. NFL said, nigga.
2K5 came out and niggas said, "Nah, we gotta end this today."
That $20 price point had the NFL ready to shoot 2K up, bro. They was, like real shit. Like they was not fucking with that shit, bro. But shout out to everybody playing college football. I see a lot of people saying they playing college football and they're not buying Madden. So I think
honestly, that might be the vibes because like I barely played Madden the last one I bought.
Yeah, well, I remember you bought it and you were just like, yeah, I don't even know why I got this. You forgot you had it.
I buy every fucking sport game. Like I buy football and basketball games all the time just because like I'll be watching the actual games and be like, let me just jump on the sticks real quick. And I'd play a game or two sometimes. But yeah, I'm actually, and when this ends, I'm about to play college football. So
what made you choose Michigan?
My team was Florida State. But when I created my quarterback, that was one of the teams that was like accepted me and had me as a starter.
Oh, okay.
Florida State wanted me to be like the second string. I didn't want to play that game. Like, I didn't know when I get in the game. Shit.
Didn't want to grind. Didn't want to grind it out. Impress niggas.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that. I'm already ranked number 1. Shit, I started the season ranked number 9. Beat Texas, who was number 2. Now I'm number 1.
Just catching up on more stuff. The Bears season 3. Josh, did you tap in with that?
I haven't started yet. I was gonna start it when I was in London, but London doesn't have Hulu. Weird, right? Yeah, no, London doesn't have. Wait, yeah, London didn't have Hulu. I couldn't have Hulu access. I didn't have Peacock access.
Wow. So no ECW.
You had to have a VPN.
I mean, it said it was funny. It had a message like, and you cannot use with a VPN. Like, I know.
Wow. That's probably why these UK niggas be so mad. They can't watch it. They can't watch anything that we watch. That's why they be so mad. I finished it. I'll wait for you to finish it, Josh, because I got many conflicted feelings. They got nominated for 23 Emmys today.
Yes, it's like the big budget season. Like,
oh, they got a budget, but they didn't go to the writing. I'll say that. I feel like it went to a lot of other stuff that didn't have to do with the writing. These are some fresh motherfucking chefs, bro. They wearing Tom Brown. They wearing like. I
saw she had the capital scarves.
Yeah, like Io got a different capital scarf every fucking week. I'm like that, but she can barely afford to live in
another apartment.
I'm like, how is this working? Like, what's going on here? It's some fashion stuff in there. I honestly feel like I thought that they would have more stuff for what's my man named Lionel. I thought he was gonna have more drip than he did this season. Season 2, he was going crazy with it. With the union and all she was wearing this season, he won't really doing it. But he's barely in this season. Like he pops up. Yeah, he pops up a couple episodes, but he don't really have like an arc this season. He's just very much like in the background.
Well, I already got nominated for an Emmy.
That was season 2. That was
no. He got nominated. He got nominated today.
For season 3. Yeah. I just saw just saw him post some shit.
Best supporting actor and something.
It's for season 2. It's for season 2 from last year.
Oh, it's for season 2.
Yeah, it's for season 2 from last year.
Nominations that's coming out now for last season.
Yes.
Got you.
It missed the deadline. Well, the deadline is now, so like it's like this is contention for next year. So like, it's for because the Fishes episode is the most nominated episode this year for the Bear, and Lionel's episode was just him. What's it called? Where he was over in Amsterdam or wherever he was.
Yeah, he went overseas to do the dessert.
That's the episode that he's nominated for, and the director Rami is nominated for a Best Direction Emmy for that. So that's how he got the nomination. So yeah, it's all for I'm like, he's definitely not being nominated this season because he didn't do shit this season at all. But me and Josh have been watching. Well, I don't know if he's caught up yet. We've been watching this show, man. And again, I got on this show from my wife. She's on this every single day. Bright and early. I hear the in the morning. I hear it because I don't even know when these shows come out, but she fucking knows. I know my Peacock's being used by somebody. I know a lot of people are using my Peacock app right now just to watch this show. I'm not gonna name no names right now. I'm not naming any names of who's using my Peacock app to watch this. But Love Island season 6. This is the craziest fucking show I've ever seen, ever.
Man, absolutely. It's funny. I have a great story about Love Island too, man. Like, it's crazy because like I have a friend who watches like all of them. She watched the UK one, US. Like, And she's like, she watches and posts on her like her story all the time about it. So I like never watched it, but I always see her posting about it. So I'm like, so she posted some shit. I was like, oh, that's funny. And then I saw someone else post another clip, and that shit had me dying. Like this dude, one of the characters, Odell
Beckham Jr.'s brother.
Yeah. Hilarious. He was like, I don't even know how to count. He said some shit like that. And I was sold. I was like, oh, I gotta watch this shit.
Bro, he did the Damson impression. He was like, I built this shit.
Brick by brick. Yo, oh my. So I'm like, all right, let me check this shit out, man. So I watch a couple episodes. I'm like, oh, this shit is funny as hell. Like, I don't watch reality TV. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all, like, I tell y'all this all the time. We talk about this. Like, I don't watch reality shows. Honestly, it's because they don't interest me. And then I remember one time I read that, like, I don't know, people with low IQ watch reality shows. I was like, oh, okay, that makes. It's such a dumb fact or whatever. But when I read it, I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's why I don't watch them. So I just made that like a personality trait. Like, yeah, I don't watch reality TV. But this one sucked me in. So I watched a few episodes. I'm like, all right, I'm getting ready to go to London. I'm like, let me download a few episodes on Peacock. I got my work phone, so
it's about 30 episodes already.
But I'm like, let me download. I download like 10 episodes. Download like 4 gigabytes of fucking episodes. So I download them. So I'm on the plane watching this shit. And I'm dying on the plane. I'm just like laughing. It's funny shit happening. I was mad too because I the after shows.
The after sun.
Those.
After
sun. I skipped the actual episode and downloaded the after sun.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. So that's why I keep in the chat like, yo, what happened in episode 6 or some shit?
Probably nothing.
I just went online and like just looked at a recap. I was like, I'll read this shit real quick.
But Mark, do you know what Love Island's all about? Well, obviously not. You don't fucking watch anything.
I'm about to say that was a tough question for you to ask me. The only thing I know is the USA ads. That's it.
Jesus Christ! Because it used to come on after Monday Night Raw. Now it's on Peacock all the time now. But
why did I see like the meme that it's like on like 9 different channels? Is it like syndicated?
It was on like 9 different channels because it airs every single day except Wednesdays. Because the show is filmed, they're still there right now. And they're still filming them right now. So whatever episode came out yesterday was like from like Sunday because they're in Fiji. So there's like a day of lag. And then the actual announcer guy, he's doing the announcing hours before we actually see the fight. I saw a TikTok on this shit.
He's hilarious.
He's funny as hell, but he does both UK and USA. So he has to wake up hella early to do USA, then do UK. And then he has like maybe like 4 hours to himself every single day before he has to do it all over again.
That's nuts.
It tripped me out that they had a UK dude doing it. But I was like, oh, okay, mate, he must do both. Like, he must be carryover from like the original version. But he's hilarious. His little puns killing me.
He's actually a stand-up comedian, and in between he's said on his TikTok, in between his the narration, he does a gig. Like he'll go to a comedy store or go to a comedy store or a comedy show and do a gig, and then come back home and be on Zoom with the people from Love Island USA, and they're like, oh, this is what happened today. We're going to talk about this. So essentially, Mark, Love Island is a reality dating show where I want to say like 10 young folk, and none of them are ugly, by the way. They're all like, all of them look like they're like Instagram models.
All 10s and above?
Yeah, it would never be like a nigga like me on that show. Like at all.
They're like 8s and above. I wouldn't say all 10s. But they definitely on some like Instagram model shit, heavy makeup. Niggas is working out every morning.
Yes.
They lifting hoes up. Because
they don't got shit else to do. You know, they can't have their phones. They can't have access to TV, internet. They can't do shit. They have no access to anything. So they get put on this remote little island. This year is in Fiji. I think, is it always in Fiji? I don't know. But they couple up with some of these people, and throughout the course of the show, they'll break up or they'll introduce new hoes. They'll be like, all right, yo, you just got a girlfriend? Bet. Let's hit a button. We got 5 new hoes.
That's a good story. If I was, that age, I was like Cam or somebody should try to get on the show.
Yeah. Are they our age?
No, they're young. They're like 20-something, 24.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so like it's like early 20s.
But bro, they'll meet each other and like 2 days later, I love you. I'm like, what? Like, fuck do you love? You don't even know what love is. You have no clue what it is. And then
nobody been there before.
They'll hit the button. New hoes come out. They call them bombshell. It'll be niggas too. It's niggas for the girls. But it'll be hoes coming out, and they'll be like, all right, these 5 hoes, they gonna choose whatever nigga that they want to hear. Whether you got a girlfriend or not, you gotta go, and you can't do shit about it.
What do you mean you can't do shit about it?
You can't say no. If they pick you, you gotta. They'll be like, yo, I want this nigga, and they'll.
So what happens to my girlfriend?
She gotta find it. They're gonna call in the new niggas, and then bro, it's messy as hell. It's like, bro, this is literally all the shit people talk about, but like in front, like all of the sideways shit people talk about, but in front. And like, there's a certain episode which is like the horniest episode of the season. I can't believe you don't watch this. It's horny as hell. You would fucking love it.
Love this show actually.
It's called Casa Amor, right? Where they say, all right, niggas, because they ask the niggas first. They'll say, all right, niggas, Casa Amor is over there. We got 10 new hoes for you. Do you want to go over there? Or do you want to stay here with the girl you're already with? These niggas said, one nigga ran.
Niggas hit a deuce.
I haven't made it to the episode yet.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, bro.
Story. So I'm on the plane watching it. I see somebody else in the aisle across me watching the show. But I don't know. At some point on this trip, I'm like, there's no way for me to catch up. So I just gave up. I stopped watching it. Like, what? I looked up and people were like on episode 25, and I'm like, damn, I'm on episode 7.
Skip her. Listen, Jessica's gonna hear this. She's gonna hit you up and be like, Josh, don't give up. You have to continue watching this show. It's that good. She's locked in every single day, bro. And literally, you gotta at least get to the Casa Amor where these niggas basically have an orgy. Like, literally, like they basically have an orgy. Because the thing is like, they not fucking. They just kiss it. And I'm like, well, I'm like asking Jessica, I'm like, do they fuck? Like, do they actually like have sex? You're like, oh yeah, sometimes when they have like a private night, like they have to earn it. And like some people get voted off and all this shit happens. Most of the time I'm either watching it and doing something else, or I'm listening or hearing it from another room, and I'm just like, fucking Leah, what an idiot. Fucking Cordell, what an idiot. He brings like the nigga, the OBJ's brother, right, Mark? He brings a girl back from the orgy house. And he's just like, yeah, I'm bringing her back here. And the girl that he was with, Serena, she was playing him the whole time. She was just like not really fucking with him. She had literally told somebody else, I think this nigga's an idiot. And I was like, you know what? You're right. He is dumb.
He is an idiot. He is definitely a fucking idiot.
He is dumb. He brings the girl back and she fucking falls out. She's like, fuck, I can't do this shit no more. This nigga's a piece of shit. I'm just like, all y'all heard her say he was a fucking idiot and she won't feel him. Like, nah, is he wrong because he brought home because the girl that he brought back, I'll admit, she had already seen everything going on, so she was kind of thirsty, and she pulled up. She was like, because they're the people at Casa, Josh, they had been watching the show.
Oh, okay.
So they knew what was going on. So she was like, she said, I want him. She went right to him and was like, yeah, I'm fucking with it. But and again, that's part of the drama of the show. But I think it's something that you should definitely tap into, because if Josh got into it, Mark, I think that you should get into it.
You would like it. You
would like it a lot.
Just off the horn factor?
Yeah. Not just the horn factor. It's the comedy factor too, though. It's a lot of green awards that could be handed out on this show. Real shit. It's a lot of green awards. So it's niggas being green on this show for sure.
Do we even get a chance to bring up the fact that Euphoria is officially back for season 3?
Is it?
Yeah, they're filming it. Are we coming back to watch this show? Don't make me.
I think we have to.
They need to bring back a little nigga. What's his name?
Ashtray? Is he dead?
Astray's dead. Actually, no. We don't know. Wait, he is confirmed dead though, right?
We see him die. Yes, we see him die. We see him die.
They brought Ghost back. Figure it out.
Damn,
wait, no way. I don't watch Power. They really brought Ghost back?
I mean, yeah. Remember he died? He kind of came back. Oh no, it was Kanan. Kanan came back.
Oh, I was about to say, because I don't watch Power, so to know that this nigga died and everybody's going crazy and this nigga just comes back, it's hilarious.
Bro, that shit is written by monkeys. That shit is written by literal monkeys in a lab, bro. That show is not fucking real, man.
I see Mary J. Blige lining niggas up. I was like, okay, I might be with this.
Mark, have you actually even watched anything since we had that intervention with you last month?
Yes. What did I watch? There were a couple cooking shows that I watched on Netflix. Those were actually pretty good. What else did I watch? I'm halfway through Bear, my episode 6 of The Bear. I know there's something more important that I watched recently, though. Oh, started watching some of the old Batmans. What did I watch? I watched Batman and Robin and Batman Forever. Still.
Why you start with those?
They were just on TV. They was on TV, so I just watched when it was on. I think it was like 2 weeks ago.
What, you guys on like TNT or some shit?
Yeah, you never did that. Nobody does that anymore. Just cut on cable.
Years, bro.
What? I'm so lost at why you chose the worst two.
They were on TV. I didn't specifically go, let's watch Batman.
I'm thinking you're going to watch like Batman with Jack Nicholson and Prince and Michael
Keaton. Oh, the Prince joint? I want to watch the Prince. I want to watch the Prince joint.
It's literally on Max. What's stopping you?
Well, I mean, I watch it when I watch it.
Can you watch it for me?
Sure. I still didn't do Fast and Furious yet. Gotta have a setting, man.
Some niggas just don't want to get right, and I think that's really what it is.
I do.
Some niggas just don't want to get right. Like niggas have been bombing on your ass since the Fast and Furious shit.
Nobody bombed on me for Fast and Furious.
They're definitely bombing on you for that. That makes no sense. That makes no sense how you have not seen. Literally, the second movie starts with holla holla. That's just the most hype shit ever, bro. Like that shit is fire.
There's something more important that I watched recently though, and it's not coming to mind.
I watched Long Legs.
How's that?
It's not gonna make you vomit and run out the theater and pass out and have a stroke or anything like that. It's perfect. It's a perfectly fine movie. It's like Silence of the Lambs.
I'm gonna see that this weekend.
Your mileage is gonna vary depending on how much you like Nicolas Cage. Like if you like Nicolas Cage, he's doing some things here in terms of his acting performance and his look. Are you into like thriller, like scarier type?
Oh, yeah.
You'll probably fuck with it, but going into it, just think like Silence of the Lambs minus the Hannibal Lecter factor. Just think of that vibe of it. If you've ever seen Silence of the Lambs, it's kind of like that. It's like a police type story.
Now I remember what I watched.
What?
Tyler Perry's latest film on Prime, Divorce in the Black.
Oh my god!
Over.
Is that what Andre Day? Is she in that?
Who? Oh, Andre Day. I want to say. I couldn't remember the cast. I'm not a big Tyler Perry movie guy at all, so the movie was actually not great at all. But the beginning scene, the big shocker. But the beginning scene might have you like, what the fuck? If there's anything, if you don't want to watch the entire thing, just watch the first 15 minutes of the film. And you'll be like, what the fuck? It might pull you in. If it doesn't pull you in, it is what it is. But that's what I watched.
I can imagine that would pull me in way less than you just watching the Fast and the Furious series. You wasted your time.
It's a possibility. I got nothing but time, baby. I'm good.
Anyway.